From a fan sending creepy messages to a model's life being ruined, here are 5 scary things that have happened to creators on social media. Number 5. The stalker subscriber. One creator had a subscriber who would buy every single thing she posted within seconds. It was weird, sure, but she assumed it was just some kind of role play, and he would often send messages like, "I can see you right now." But those quickly became creepy when he started describing what she was doing, like he knew what she was doing in real life. He once wrote, "You took off your jacket, put it on the back of the chair and crossed your legs. You look beautiful." She didn't post any of that stuff online, so how did he know? Then one day he sent her a picture of her own jacket from her own apartment. The collar was just visible in the frame of the mirror, and it perfectly matched the color of the shirt she was wearing that day. That's when she realized this wasn't role play. This was stalking. Thankfully, she reported him, and he was banned. Number 4. The vanishing model. Back in 2021, one OnlyFans model mysteriously vanished off the internet. Her name was Catherine, and she had over 800,000 subscribers. All of her social media accounts disappeared overnight. And it wasn't just her profile that was gone, her whole page seemed to be deleted off the face of the planet. Fans were shocked because she had posted just the day before, and all of a sudden she was gone. But little did they know, her account had actually been hacked. They didn't realize it at the time because the hacker was smart. Instead of posting stolen photos or trying to sell the account, they made it private and started posting disturbing videos. They showed the inside of Catherine's room filmed in complete darkness with the caption, "Catherine is missing." The fans were obviously scared. How could this random person have access to Catherine's private account? And why were they using it to freak out her fans? Nobody knew what was going on until the police finally confirmed the next day that Catherine's account had been hacked and that she was safe. But that didn't explain why. As it turns out, Catherine had gotten into an argument with a popular influencer. And as revenge, the hacker broke into her account and tried to ruin her reputation. But there was one problem. Catherine doesn't have a reputation to ruin. She's not famous. Now nobody knows where she is or if she's ever coming back. Number 3, the leaked address. Imagine spending months building up your audience on OnlyFans, carefully curating photos and videos, setting your own prices, and then somebody leaks all of your most private photos without your permission. Well, that's exactly what happened to one creator. She woke up one morning to hundreds of notifications and messages. Her account had been leaked. People were making fun of her on Twitter, and thousands of people had downloaded her private photos. And it got worse when someone sent her a message saying, "I'm going to come to your house and smash every bone in your body." She thought it was just some angry fan being an angry fan. But then something even creepier happened. When she checked her front door cam, she saw a package sitting on her doorstep. She didn't order anything, so she was confused. But when she opened it, it contained a printed copy of one of her exclusive pictures. Then more and more people started showing up at her house, demanding that she sign their copies of her own photos. It was terrifying. She couldn't even leave her house. Thankfully, she blocked them all and they eventually stopped coming. But to this day, she's too afraid to open her front door without checking the security cameras first. Number 2, the dead subscriber. One creator had a very loyal fan. He tipped her every week without fail. It was sweet, though a bit strange, since he never messaged or posted. But the creator figured he probably had a girlfriend and didn't want to get her hopes up. One day she noticed he tipped again, but he hadn't logged on in a few days. Usually he would tip and then message immediately, but this time he didn't. She thought maybe he was busy, so she waited a few days and tried to thank him. But his profile was completely silent. That was odd. Usually he tipped at the same time every week, but maybe he was just taking a break. So she decided to wait it out. But 2 months went by and he never came back. Then she saw a news report about a man who died while hiking. The police released his name and his picture. It was her subscriber. But he'd been dead for weeks before the tips even started. So how were the tips coming from a dead account? Well, it turns out his wife had set up an automatic payment system to tip her every week. But then she died as well, leaving the creator with months of guilt and hundreds of dollars. Number 1. The wrong live stream. It was a late night and the creator was going through her usual routine, talking to her viewers, reading their comments, and responding. Suddenly, the chat started freaking out and telling her to look behind her. She thought it was just another stupid trend, but then the comments kept piling up. Every single one told her to turn around, so she did. And that's when the screen glitched. For a split second, the camera panned to a dark corner of her room, and viewers swore they saw a pale figure standing there smiling at her. But when she turned the camera back, there was nothing there. Later, she went through the comments to find out who started this stupid trend. And one viewer said they'd seen a ghost, another called it a demon, and a third wrote, "She's there again. I can see her." Obviously, the creator was freaked out. She couldn't imagine how a random stranger could be hacking into her live stream, but that's exactly what was happening. Her viewers weren't seeing things. They were watching a ghost. And it wasn't until the next day that she realized what had happened. Some people had taken screenshots during the live stream and uploaded them to Twitter, and that's where it blew up. Everybody was convinced she was living with a ghost. But then something even weirder happened. Days later, she tried to live stream again, but she kept getting disconnected. She thought it was just technical problems, but then she received a series of unsettling text messages. They read, "Why don't you let me in?" and "You can't hide forever." To this day, she doesn't live stream anymore, and she keeps her doors locked just in case. Which story was the scariest? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching. See you next time.